Resident Evil 4 Remake. Man, once in a while, man, there's games that comes out that just I could just go like that. This is the game. I'm telling you, I just literally got done playing this game. I mean, I literally beat the game. And I feel so good when I beat a game. And I get excited. I was playing this game and I was at the end where I had to escape this island because I beat this boss and the island's gonna blow up. And I mean, I thought that was it. Man, me and Ashley had to get on because Ashley, this one of the characters he had to save, right? So we had the key, we had to get to this boat. So we're trying to get through this to get to this boat. And then when I get to the boat, I'm like, all right, everything's cool, right? No, you still got this timer going off and stuff, right? So I got the controls. I literally got my control, man. I am squeezing the death out of that controller because I'm trying to get out of there, man. I'm ducking and weaving, man. I mean, the way they made this game. And I'm excited because I beat the game. And for a while there, I was struggling with this game. I ain't gonna lie, I was struggling with this game. I had to get on YouTube, man. I had to find some stuff in here to figure out some puzzles and stuff. And then when I did figure out the puzzles, I was like, man, I should have figured that out on my own. But I'm gonna tell you, Leon and Ashley, man, that story, man, it was so weird because I just let the credits play and everything like that, man. Yeah, I'm a little excited because I love when a guy like me who's got a regular job. Like I'm saying that you guys don't have a job, but when I get on YouTube and people's like, the game comes out like on the 2nd and they got it done on the 10th, I'm like, damn, man, damn, how'd you beat that game so quick, And I'm like, and I also say, what's the fun in it? But oh my God, you guys, this is a great game. It's so weird because I started getting into video games with my boys. My daughter, she didn't stay with us that much, but she came and visited. But I have my 3 boys. I have another son too, but they was playing video games, and as they grew up and they started not coming down as much, I didn't have so much child support. I had a lot more time to, you know, stay at home and chill and get into some hobbies and that. And I started watching them play. I was always working all the time, and I watched them play and I played with them a little bit. And then there was a couple games I got into, but I was just all time working. So, but I remember when they grew up and they wasn't coming down that much, and they're almost all of them are in the 30s. But this is, man, it had to have been about maybe let's see, 7 or 8 years ago. I had a lot more time because I was going from working 3 jobs down to one. And then I started playing video games. Well, me being 63 and all, I talked to a lot of people that was like in their 30s and late 20s, and they kept saying, man, you ever play Resident Evil 4? And I said, no. They said, man, it was one of my favorite games. I said, yeah. I said, man, everybody keeps telling me that, man. They said, you ought to try it, you ought to try it. And so, when I found out they was going to do a remake, I was like, oh, here's the funniest thing. I bought the remake that was for the PS4 or something like that. And I just couldn't get into it. So when I heard they was going to make a remake for the PS5, everybody hyped this game up so much. So, I'm in the shop, I'm going by, I'm talking to guys 34. I'm talking to another guy that's like 36. I'm talking to another guy that's like 32. They're all in their 30s. Like I said, I'm 63. So I'm like, hey, man, I said Resident Evil 4 remake's coming out. And he's like, oh, man, that was a good game, man. And so when I got on YouTube, I started seeing before it got released. I was like, oh, man, the guys was talking about who had early playing with it, who got to play it early, was talking about how the mechanics was much better, how they enjoy the way it works compared, because they played it when they were young. Because, like I said, I didn't play that much video games because I was too busy working, trying to pay child support and being a responsible dad. I got this game, and when I got my PS5, that was one of the first games I got. But I'm going to tell you this real quick, but I ain't lying, man. I just beat the game literally like 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago. This is an awesome game. I'll tell you what, though. Leon, Ashley, and Ada Wong, and Luis Sierra. Luis Sierra was a trip. He died, man. I didn't like him dying, man. I love when we were down that tunnel and it was like I was doing this little roller coaster ride with these little, you was going through this mine with these things, and I got killed a couple times, man. But man, I love that little thing with Luis. I thought he was going to survive, but he didn't. He died, but man, Luis was trying to help him. He kept telling him, man, there's some stuff I can get you to a place where you, and then Leon was like, why are you helping me and stuff? But Leon, man, I tell you what, though. the weapons and the crafting in this thing, they make it hard for you to stay. I mean, I'm like, man, I had to like craft, and I had to pick up all kind of stuff, man. But I like when a video game makes me work like this because I'm like, but like I said, you know, like I said, Leon, Ashley, Ada Wong, and Luis Sierra, but you know, Leon. Leon likes Ada, but I kept sitting there looking at Ada. I said, dang, girl, you look good. But I like Ashley, too. She a little cutie, too. But there was another chick that was in the camera always talking to him. But at the end, it was so funny because at the end, I waited to the end. And then I was looking at the end, and then it showed this woman looking down at the computer, and then it had all my results. It was kind of funny. It said that it said that my results was a B, and I had 58 saves, and my total time played was 21 hours and 59 minutes and 0 seconds. Yeah. And no, actually, I forgot how many saves I had. But anyway, I'm just saying. I take that back. It took 58 days for me to beat this game. And that's for me just working a regular job. You know, I work at a factory and I work sometimes I work 8, 9, 10 hours. Sometimes we get busy. I work Saturday. But this came out March 24th. And I got it when it was, you know, I had it to my door from Amazon. And I beat it today, May 22nd. And I think that's 58 days. But it's so funny because at the end it showed my results and she goes, not a bad, a pretty good job or something like that, because she was looking at his computer. I was like, oh, what's she looking at? But there's a lot of cliffhangers in here because like Ada was calling the guy and she had the sample and he said, she talked to him and he said, you don't ask questions, you work for me. And then she and then when she found out what he's going to do with it, because he said it was going to infect, you know, millions and millions of people, she's like, she gets up, she puts the gun up to the helicopter, she goes change the plan, so he reroutes, and then she looks down, sees Leon in the boat with Ashley, and she's just staring at him. But you guys, this just, oh my God, wow, man, I am excited because I actually beat a game, and it's hard for me to beat a game because I work out 4 days. I know I tell you guys this all the time, but this is from a guy who has just a regular life. I work out 4 days a week. I rode my bike yesterday 10 miles. I'm always cleaning. I got a cat I got to take care of because I don't know how much poo comes out of this one cat. You got to clean that kitty litter. Besides all that, but I beat this game. But it took 58 days for me to beat this game. I think I'm right. March 24th to just now, which is May 22nd. But I got a big old smile on my face. But total time played is 21 hours, 59 minutes, and 0 seconds. But yeah, I enjoy this game. And then I was talking to some people at work. Like I said, they're in their 30s. They was like, yeah, man, you ought to go straight into Resident Evil 7 or something like that, because I guess the game mechanics are the same, or Resident Evil Village or something like that. But I got both of them. But I said, man, I got both of them, but I wanted to play something else. But there are so many games I have got that I have not played. But anyway, I don't upload that much about video games. But oh my God, this was such a great game. Man, this was a great game. I mean, I'm just letting you guys, I thoroughly enjoyed this game, man. I mean, at the end, man, I was squeezing my controller, man, because that scene at the end, man, when I had to run, and because, you know, when Ada threw the keys, because he could have got on that helicopter with her, but he just told her, no, I think we ought to go our separate ways, you know, and then she said, okay, and then, you know, she threw him the key with the teddy bear on, and he just like, but then Ashley come behind him, and then Ashley was, you know, he had to tell Ashley, we got to get off this, you know, this thing, and then start blowing up, so I'm running, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm going the right direction, because, you know, this thing don't give you no, some video games always give you a point to go, man, I'm just running. I'm running, the clock's ticking, I'm running, and I'm running, and I'm running. Every time I found a place to go, I was going, I said, well, apparently I think I'm going to make it, and I made it, but man, when I got to the boat, I'm like, boat's there. Well, the ticker was still ticking. I'm like, man, it's still ticking. I got in that boat, and oh man, I felt like I was in that boat. I was squeezing those chairs. I was sitting there holding I felt like I was breaking my controller. Man, the boulders was coming down. Stuff was just splashing down. This is a fantastic game. I enjoy it. Everybody that talked to me, that's way younger than me, back even when my kids was little, boom. No wonder they told me that. That's this, and I, you know, I'm 63 now. I was in my early 50s, late 40s when they kept telling us, "Hey man, you ought to play a game called Resident Evil 4." That's they kept saying it's one of their favorite games. I know some people say Resident Evil 2. It runs all over. Majority of people say Resident Evil 4. But anyway, you guys, God bless. I'm just finally beat a game. Because it's rare when I can complete a game. Although I complete them, but this one was challenging. It was very challenging. So anyway, Resident Evil 4 Remake. Man, great game. Great game. Graphics, the controls, man, all that, man. I love that little merchant, man. The way he talked, and I'm buying stuff off of him, man. But that crafting and stuff, man, it gets nerve wracking because I was almost dying. I had to make sure I had some health, my health and stuff. Whew. Good game. Good game. All these people that recommend this, man, yeah, he was right. God bless. Take care. We'll catch you next video. We'll see you.